Hello and welcome to today's coaching Q&A call. I'm Wendy Greer with Learning Strategies and MINDTRX. And today I'm going to lead off with a mini discussion about meaning and purpose. This comes up a lot particularly when people are in a state of change or there's some shifting going on like there has been in the world lately. And so it's worth spending some time with. If you go to the Paraliminals by topic in the Paraliminal Accelerator, you will find an entire paragraph of paraliminals that are appropriate for this. So I've selected a few that I'd like to talk about. But before I do that, there's a phenomenal exercise in Jack Canfield's Effortless Success course. Jack is really good at ascertaining what people do well and then borrowing. I love the way he operates. And the Effortless Success course we did with him is like this huge toolbox of exercises and visualizations and meditations to help, get you on track and keep you there. And he has an exercise in there called the life purpose exercise. And basically what you do is you make a list of all those qualities you think are your forte, the things that you think you do well. Might be you have compassion, you're a good listener, you have integrity, you love to work with people, you're very articulate, you're very dynamic, you're detail oriented, whatever they are, write them all down. And then pick out one or two that you think are, sort of the primary focus, the ones that are really define you. Another fun way to approach this, if you have any challenges with this, is ask a friend. Ask a friend or a business associate or somebody you know to say, I'm doing this, I'm working with this exercise, and I'd like to know what you think I do well. And so you will often be astonished at what people notice that you do, that you hadn't even considered attribute as such an innate part of who and what you are. And so once you get those lists, distill it to a couple that you find are most pertinent, that you feel that really resonate strongly or that really sort of define who you are and what you do in the world, and build those into a visualization of how would you want to express that in the world. How would it look if you were living that, if you're totally committed to expressing that portion or that skill set or that quality or whatever it is that you come up with. And you will be amazed at how that gives you a focus. What it does is it sort of gives you a North Star, gives you something to steer by. And it's almost like an umbrella. And then anything that you do, if you're expressing that quality, that if you're expressing that quality in the world and it's under that umbrella, it's going to have meaning. And what that does is it's constant, it's stable. It's your touchstone. You can return to it over and over and over. It keeps you on track. And that really when you know where your priorities are and you know what you do well, you really tend to stay on target and you participate really, really meaningfully in life. It's like anything that you put under that umbrella has meaning. It has a focal point and it's moving who and what you are out into the world, and you can't beat that. So, it comes back to that old, what was the oracle at Delphi, right? That had the know thyself over the doorway. And it's like you're reclaiming your power, your soul essence, your reason for being here. You're really tuning into that and enabling that to burst forth from you. You're enabling everything you do to radiate from that focal point. So, okay, the paraliminals, as I said, there are a whole lot of them in the accelerator. I picked a few that I find to be particularly potent, but check your accelerator because those topics we put a lot of thought into those, and we find the ones that we specifically mentioned to be very helpful. Belief, I've mentioned belief before. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're going to be right. So belief is such a core for anything that you're working through. Belief, and also finding treasure. Sometimes I like to change it up. I like variety. So finding treasure is very similar. Belief is reminding you that you have these abilities to achieve your desires, and finding treasure is sort of reminding you that even if you can't see them, it's like the sun is there behind the clouds, whether you can see it or not. Well, you have the abilities you need. If you're looking to manifest something in your life, you're capable of doing it. It's just, where did you hide your capacities? Where do you hide your faith? Where do you hide your confidence? So belief and finding treasure are both really good for that. Intuition amplifier came up. A lot of us get very pragmatic, very linear, very logical and sequential, and we can't see messages that are coming through that may be more symbolic. They may be not quite so cut and dried. They may not be do this and this and this and this. There may be something coming in that sort of needs to be looked at, and it's been knocking quietly, but you're not hearing it. So Intuition Amplifier helps you really tune in to those subtler understandings and knowings. It's a really good one for that. Focus and concentration. A lot of us are so overwhelmed right now, and focus and concentration helps you to do what that mission statement, the life purpose exercise, does. It helps you to ascertain what it is you're wanting to do, how that might look in the world, how you want to express that, and it brings you back to center, just as the life purpose exercise does. It gives you a focal point, and that is really beneficial. Success Built to Last, I've talked about that one a lot. We did that with Stuart Emery, and one of his basic premises, anything that you do that you're passionate about is probably what you're here to do. And the great masters, the people that have truly sort of manifested their full potential, have connected in with what they're passionate about, and that is a sustainable success because it's built to last, because it's who and what they are. It's like they couldn't not do it even if they tried. So Success Built to Last, that's a really good one for this topic. Fresh Start. A lot of us tend to think the past equals the present is going to equal the future. So Fresh Start would be one that it reminds you that every second of every day is an opportunity for a new beginning. And if you're feeling adrift, pull out that life purpose exercise. Take a look at that and remind yourself why you're here. And one of the new ones I think we're going to get a lot of positive feedback on is the self-actualization, because if you're actualizing your full potential, you will be self-actualized. And so again, that has to do with tuning into your purpose for being here, the meaning in what you're here to do, and staying connected to that so you can really manifest it in its full glory. So those are the ones that I chose. But as I said, check your Paraliminal Accelerator, because there are some topics topics and then paraliminals listed for what we would think would be most beneficial for that. So I would definitely go there. We only had one question come in this week, so I was going to address that. Just came in via email. So it says, Dr. Sheely's introduction on the paraliminals makes a consistent point of having legs uncrossed and hands and thumbs not touching. Could you explain why he does that, please? A couple of things. One is, I don't know if I'm going to give you an example of why this might be so. I went to Sedona to do some training with Hale Dwoskin, and there was a guy there, and he started every day like this. He would have his shoulders crossed. He just looked closed in, and you could almost see the chip on his shoulder. It was like he wasn't there. He wasn't open. He wasn't available. That's what having you're not crossing, you're not closing off, you're open and you're available. And so that's the first component, that you're just in a good place to learn and integrate new. So you're available to be filled with new perceptions, new skill sets, new qualities, new understanding. So it's really makes you available. The other thing that tends to do is keep you in the present moment, because when you're consciously aware in the present moment, you're generally going to be very open. Paul often does the shoulders down, so you're relaxed, you're safe, you're breathing, you're paying attention to your breath, you're breathing in and out. So you're really dropping into this moment here and now. And that's where the power is. And we've talked about that on several of the earlier coaching sessions. The present moment right here, right now, is where things can be changed. And you can't do it in the past. You can prepare for the future in the present, but the power, all the juice is here now. So that's the primary reasons for that. And it's really interesting when you're in groups of people, because you can often read body language and get a lot of feedback. And that's one of the things that I often notice. People that aren't really available to learn, they're generally pretty closed down like that. So anyway, that's it for today. And as usual, I'd like to finish with a couple of inspiring thoughts. One of these, I think, is Wayne Dyer. I didn't have an attribution, but we are not victims of the world we see. We are victims of the way we see the world. And to me, that is a nice distillation of what a life purpose, or the life purpose exercise, and understanding, having a greater understanding of meaning and purpose, that we remove the filters of victimhood and we become proactive. We step into our full power. We see the world lucidly and clearly and with focal point, and incision, that we see what we're here to do, we make sure what we're doing is underneath that umbrella, and then we step out and do it. And I've been doing a fun thing. I tend to write down inspiring thoughts and poems I like and things. And I came across a statement just a couple days ago, and I love synchronicities, that I just had so much saying. I want to share this as a final thought. At the end of the day, ask yourself, have I done the work that I came here to do? And if you've done the work that you came here to do, you are fulfilling your purpose, the meaning that you're putting things under that umbrella of the meaning that you're giving things and why you want to do it. So I really encourage you to visit that life purpose exercise. And then at the end of the day, ask yourself, have I done the work that I came here to do? So that's it for today. Lots of love to you from all of us here, and you have a great week. Take care.